Hey you guys, today we're going to be discussing a topic that I get asked about all the time, and that is intermittent fasting. So I am actually kind of new to this whole intermittent fasting thing. I used to think it was way too hard and not enough benefits, but I was having a lot of GI issues. If you guys have followed me for very long, you know I've had some serious stomach pains where I've ended up in the ER and just a lot of issues like lifetime of bloating and gas and all this nasty stuff. So I thought, I know intermittent fasting might be hard for me, but I'm gonna give it my all and see if it does me any good. And let me tell you, it has done amazing, wondrous things for me. So I'm gonna tell you all about it, okay? So one question I get asked all the time is, how do you fast? And it's really very simple. You don't need to look too much into it. All it means is you don't eat. That's really all. So most of us don't eat throughout the night, right? Most of us go to sleep and wake up and we don't eat. So we've all fasted before. It's really not as scary as we think. And so many religions and cultures have been doing this for hundreds, I don't know, maybe thousands of years, like a really, really long time. And there are so many health benefits from it. So first let's talk about the why. Why would you do this? Well, I have a whole bunch of reasons, okay? First, let's talk about the GI benefits. It can be really, really good for your digestion and really healing for your GI tract and for your gut. So you can see a lot of improvements there if you struggle with things like bloating, gas, stomach pains, reflux, just different kind of things with your GI tract that intermittent fasting can help. It can lower your risk of chronic disease and help improve brain function, as well as increasing your insulin sensitivity, which means your body is more responsive to insulin and it's better able to use your circulating blood glucose. This has a direct tie to weight loss, okay? But let's get down to the nitty-gritty and talk about how it helps you in your daily life, okay? First thing, it's gonna help you get more in tune with your natural hunger cues. So if you've spent like a lifetime of dieting, you probably are pretty out of tune with those natural hunger cues, right? If you're used to eating by the clock, if you're used to following like set meal plans, sometimes it's hard to really tune into those internal hunger cues, and intermittent fasting can help you get back on track with that. Another thing that I love it for is that it allows you to have bigger meals, because if you're not eating for a portion of the day, but you're still getting the same amount of calories and macros, you can make those meals a little bigger. That's a good news, right? I have found it to be so satisfying to have bigger meals that keep me satisfied and I actually get full from, and then I can go longer between meals without constantly having to think about food. It's been very, very freeing. And so with that, it's also easier to stay in a calorie deficit. So a lot of people who are like, oh my gosh, intermittent fasting made me lose all this weight. A lot of times it's just been that they've been able to stick to the calorie deficit better because they're only eating for this smaller chunk of the day. Okay, so how exactly do we do it, right? So first of all, I don't want you to just jump straight into one of the protocols. So there's a lot of different protocols out there. Some people will do a 24-hour fast once a week. Some people will do a 16-hour fast, 18-hour eating window. Some people will even just do 12 and 12. So I like to do it, and most people will do it daily, so they don't do the 24-hour fast. Most people will do either a 12 and 12 or a 16-8, or really anything in between, you guys. You don't have to get too caught up in like set methods and set times and numbers and things like that. So what I would recommend you do, here's how you get started, okay? Think about what time you eat your last meal of the day and what time you eat your first meal of the day. So let's say, here's my experience, okay? I was eating my last meal of the day around 8:30 p.m., okay? I was doing your typical 6, sometimes 7 meals a day, and I was eating at like 5:30 a.m. before my workout. Okay, so we're gonna talk about early morning workouts in just a minute, but what you wanna do is slowly make the time of your last meal a little bit earlier in the night and slowly make the time of your first meal later in the morning, okay? And when I did it, you guys, I only increased my fast by about 30 minutes to an hour max per week, okay? So I started by making my last meal earlier. Okay, so I would do 8 o'clock for a while, then I did 7:30 for a while, then I did 7, and I would get kind of hungry, you guys, in the evening, getting used to it. So I would sip on some tea, I would make, just a drink, like water or a Crystal Light or something like that to kind of feel like I was having something sweet, but just something to sip on, really, it helped. And then I started also doing a fasted workout. So that took a little bit of getting used to, but I really wanted to increase the time of my fast. So you're gonna read all sorts of different things out there about fasted workouts, if they're beneficial. I really believe it's up to the individual. Some people feel better fasted, some people feel better fed. Okay, so try it each way, see what you think. And if you want to try lengthening that fasting window, but you work out first thing in the morning, give it some time, okay? Try making your pre-workout meal a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller, and then see if you can do it fasted. Another option is to do a modified fast where you'll do like some MCT oil in the morning before your workout, where it's just a drink and it's just a fat source, and it will help you kind of curb that hunger and give you some energy for your workout. So that could be an option too if you just can't seem to work out fasted. Now, I'm not advocating that everyone should go work out fasted. I'm just saying it's an option. Don't be afraid to try it. Okay, one last tip I really want to give you guys if you're just starting out on this is don't fight your body. Really work with your body, okay? If you are starving, you guys, just eat, okay? Eat some protein, eat some veggies, eat a healthy fat, something like that, and try again tomorrow. It's not a big deal. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. This is a lifestyle change if you choose to make it. And also, it does not work for everyone, okay? I'm not saying it works or it doesn't work. I'm just saying it's not the lifestyle for everyone, but there are a lot of benefits you can get from it, so I do recommend trying it out. Leave me a comment below and tell me your experience with intermittent fasting, you guys. I'm really curious to know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.